So I've been working on a website. It's called getrapdo.com. I think the name's pretty funny. Um, it's also very, like, it sticks a lot. Like, you don't forget the name. I know you guys want to see it, so I'm just gonna show it. Look at this nail. Resilience is how quickly you can go back to baseline or return to your original plan, let's say. That's resilience, and that's involved in recovering as well. Are you gonna keep your mind into the game and recover quickly, focus on the things that matter? That's part of being resilient. Basically, what I do after a backyard for a week or two is just rest and eat. That's the best part. But today I'm gonna do the first workout. I'm gonna start with, let's see if I can do an hour easy run, and then, or before the run, I'll do some weights. Let's see how we go. Alright, so first workout is done. First run after the Backyard Ultra. For those who are new here and for those who don't know what the Backyard is, it was a race hosted by BPN. It's called Go One More Ultra. It's a last man standing race in which I had a pretty good performance. I'm the co-winner with another runner from Germany whose name is Kim, and it was a great race, great crew. BPN, which is the people who host the race, they are the people who organize the race. Very committed people, very committed crew. Everything was great, 10 out of 10. So I just completed my first run after this race, which was 2 weeks ago, and we ran 375 Ks on that race, which is 6.7 loops, 6.7K loops every hour on the hour, and we completed successfully 56 loops. Anyway, I might make a video just about the race later on, but yeah, I just wanted to give an update on my training. This is my first run after the Backyard. I've been just like stretching a bit, massaging my muscles. I had a pretty tight calf, but now it's better. This was an hour run, close to 10 Ks. The treadmill is never very accurate, so I don't know. And yeah, I had a thought that I wanted to share, which is about growth. I believe that growth only happens in the struggle, in those moments when things are hard. And when you make a plan and you want to get somewhere, you are in this position, let's say, for instance, you're here, and you want to get here. So in between, the only thing that is in between there is just doing. It's just actions that are gonna get you closer to that spot. And I truly believe that growth only happens in this middle part. Sometimes in the middle is when people quit, because it's when it gets hard. And people think that's the end, but that's not really the end. You are just in the middle of getting to who you want to be. If you don't make plans and you don't plan to change for the better, and you decide, because all of these are decisions, you decide to not push through that struggle in the middle. You make the decision to stop and to go back to the initial position and make another plan or whatever, or not even making another plan. You just decide to go back to who you were. I believe that if going back to who you were means not growing, that for me it sounds a lot like death. Because I believe that if you're not growing, you're dying. And this, you can see it in many different areas in your life and in life itself. You can see it in your training if you are recovering and you don't do the proper things to recover properly, or you don't go back to your training. You are detraining, you are not growing, you are dying. Well, that's my thought for this video. Thank you for watching. This video was a bit smaller, and if you don't have your email in the email list, maybe you should put it on, because I'm gonna share some sneak peeks of the things that I'm working on. I'm gonna share more details about my races, my training, and mostly like deeper thoughts. Something I might share in my stories just like briefly, or even in my content in Instagram. I try to go a bit deeper in the newsletter. At the end of the day, I always put almost everything on Instagram, but on the newsletter, everything's detailed, like everything's on the same page, so you can just read it all, and maybe at the end you get a surprise, or also early access to anything that I do. So the priority is the people in the email list. And this is gonna be the case for the thing that I'm building, which you'll have a sneak peek in the coming newsletter, which is like coming tomorrow. Thank you for watching.